Hey guys, welcome to your March videos. Oh my goodness, super excited. A lot going on in March, guys. Pisces season, Aries season. So we have a mixture of these energies. I've got my rose-colored glasses on to talk to you guys today. You know, Pisces. I have my Pisces shirt on because there's a Pisces full new moon today. It happened actually in the morning time. So I'm recording these on the Pisces new moon, and I'm going to be uploading them later on tonight, which I think is cool because, you know, maybe some of the things that we talk about can potentially help you on your new moon journey. So, of course, at the beginning of my video, I want to go through some of the astrology, especially because this month I didn't talk much about that in the videos, which is another thing I want to mention, guys. You know, I like my themes, I like a good theme. And so I'm not sure if you know this, but usually when I record my intro video first and then I record the monthly videos. This month, I thought it would be very interesting and very Pisces-like, very 12th house-like to record all the videos first and then record my intro video. So what you're watching now is actually after all the videos have been recorded. And I didn't think about it till later that was very symbolic because the 12th house happens after the journey, right? We have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. So we're in the 12th house now, you guys, and we're at the very end of Pisces season. So when you watch these videos, well, for most of you, if you watch them as soon as they're uploaded, I'm uploading these videos towards the ending of Pisces season. You know, I wait till the middle of the month to kind of upload my videos. Well, I went on the journey with you this time, so when I do these readings, I do them in order. So there was Aries and Taurus, and it's like I kind of traveled around the zodiac wheel. And then now we're here at the intro, when usually I record my intro first and then I record all the videos. So that was just something there that was kind of symbolic, and it made a lot of sense after doing so. So yeah, I have all the readings done, and they're very, very deep this month. This month I decided to do a 12 card spread because Pisces is the 12th house. So I use two different decks, and I'll have all that information below. If you want to know, I have the Goddess deck, which is a really cool deck, and then I have the original Rider-Waite tarot. So I got 6 cards for all of you, and then I got 6 clarifying cards, and then this month it was Gemini and Scorpio that won the giveaway. So if you're a Gemini watching or a Scorpio, you guys got extra oracle cards in your readings for being the most likes and views this month, okay? And I didn't talk much about astrology because the actual readings are about an hour long. A lot of deep stuff going on here. So, you know me, I just kind of record and talk and channel the message. So I wanted to make sure I really covered all the astrology in March in this intro video. And as far as the actual readings, they're very subconscious, very deep, 12 card spread there, okay? So guys, March is really interesting. March is that month. Every year, March has kind of a similar energy. I didn't really realize it in my earlier years when I was not as into astrology as I am now, but I always feel the energy pick up in March. I wasn't sure if it was because of my birthday at the beginning of the month or if it was because of spring, but it makes a lot of sense astrologically because in March, we do have a cycle completing. We have not only the ending of Pisces season, but the beginning of Aries season, which is the first zodiac sign. It's the astrological new year, the spring equinox, all of that is just days away. So we're feeling that energy. And another significant thing about March is that, well, we had no full moon in February, but we have a Virgo full moon on March 1st. So we literally entered March. It's kind of interesting. We entered in a new cycle in March. March 1st was the Virgo full moon, and full moons bring new beginnings and completions. And then at the end of the month, we have the Libra full moon on the 31st. So this month is literally, it's like, for me, there's this energy of like the in-between of whatever happens in a full moon. Like the 1st was a full moon, the 31st is a full moon. So this whole month is just kind of outlined with this full moon energy. So this is a month of completions. This is a month of new beginnings. This is a month of a cycle ending. And You know, it's always a month of cycles ending, but this year it really is. I mean, we have so many different things that are encouraging these cycles to end, which is this new moon in Pisces, this full moon in Virgo, this full moon in Libra, this astrological new year, which is symbolic for, you know, the sun entering the first house, which means it's traveled around the whole entire zodiac wheel. This happens every year on the Pisces Aries cusp. So on the 19th / the 20th, we'll have the sun enter Aries, which is literally symbolic for the first day of spring, the spring equinox. So as far as moons, we have a lot of emotion, a lot of new beginnings and endings. We have that opportunity today to plant the seeds that will come to fruition on the Libra full moon from the 17th to the 31st. We need to be manifesting a lot of stuff that we want to see come true in our fruition, okay? So Virgo full moon on March 1st. We had, for the first couple weeks of March, guys, I mean, we're looking back now. As we watch this and as I speak about this, we're looking back to our past. That first couple weeks of March were very, very intense. I mean, there was a stellium in Pisces. We had Venus, Mercury, the Sun, Neptune, and Chiron all in Pisces. We have a little bit of a stellium going on in Pisces today, too. We have the Sun and the Moon and Neptune and Chiron. So, you know, but not as powerful as Mercury and Venus being there. So until the 6th, so I think for a good few weeks or so, we had Venus and Mercury in Pisces, which is very spiritual. But Mercury and Venus entered Aries together on the 6th. And then we had a Jupiter retrograde on March 8th. And daylight savings time on March 11th. I wanted to reach that. I wanted to mention that because even something like that, it brings a different energy to our world. I mean, the sun is staying out for longer. It gets darker later, I believe. That's what it seems like to me, at least. You know, we move an hour ahead or whatever. So that is something energetic that happened on March 8th. On March 11th. Jupiter retrograde. I have Jupiter videos out, you guys, for any of you who want to know what this Jupiter retrograde is all about. Jupiter was the first planet to go retrograde in March. We had 3 long, beautiful months of all the planets moving direct. So hopefully we took that time as a big green light for the universe. We took that time to start a lot of projects and new beginnings. And now Jupiter takes its turn to go retrograde. And we also have Mercury going retrograde on the 22nd in Aries. So that's going to be interesting. I'm happy to get all these videos out before that because you know how that can be with electronics and stuff. So just be careful, guys. Make sure you're keeping your receipts to certain things and stuff like that, okay? A lot of stuff going on. So Pisces new moon today on the 17th. It's already passed. It happened at 6 a.m. And we have St. Patrick's Day on that same day. So a new moon, St. Patrick's. This is a very, very lucky new moon, you guys. Anything that we plant, anything that we manifest is very much going to come true because it's on this symbolic day for luck, right? St. Patrick's Day is not only about drinking, it's the luck of the Irish. You know, we have these 4-leaf clovers and the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow type of thing. So there's going to be a pot of gold at the end of the manifested rainbows we have this month, okay? And the next thing that we have towards the end of the month is Mercury retrograde, which I mentioned in Aries. Also on March 17th, we have Mars entering Capricorn. That was something I did not mention in the Capricorn video. So that's just something to keep in mind, guys, that Mars is entering Capricorn today. We have the sun entering Aries on the 20th. Happy Astrology Day, National Astrology Day, Astrological New Year. Happy Spring Equinox. And then, of course, that Mercury retrograde happening. So, you know, I try to keep it in order. So, yeah. Mercury retrograde happening after the equinox. And then we have Venus entering Taurus on March 31st. So we end the month there. And then interesting that Venus enters Taurus the same day that we have the Libra full moon, because that's a very Venus ruled energy. That is a very Venus, because Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus. So this full moon at the end of the month is very centered around abundance and attraction and beauty. So it's a very nice time to be manifesting those things from 17th to the 31st. You really want to align yourself with abundance and beauty and love and attraction. We can attract these things into our life right now, attract love. Venus and Taurus is going to be lit. And then again, that Libra full moon, it's interesting to start the month off on March 1st with a full moon. And then we end the month with a full moon in Libra. So there's these full moons, you know, that are literally impacting this whole entire month. So that tells me that this moon is, I'm sorry, this month, I keep calling it the moon month. So let me put that up here, just the moon month. Because we got 2 full moons. Now, next month, we go back to having just 1 moon, which is kind of intense having 2 full moons in 1 month, don't you think? So as far as the moons go, it definitely tells me that there's a lot of emotion, a lot of completions and new beginnings starting. We have so much, guys, and this is just the notes that I had. I talk about how this is going to personally affect us in each of our readings. Okay, the readings are quite nice this month. It was nice to do the readings first and then do the intro. So that's been nice, but that's why the videos are coming out a little bit later, because I have to wait to record my intro video, which is a part of this whole thing, right? So yeah, we definitely want to be careful. I don't know why I said that. We definitely want to be careful, huh? Well, the universe wanted to say that. I was just talking about how I had to wait to record my videos for the intro. So, I don't know. I guess there's something that we should be careful this month, you know, with ourselves and with the people around us, with all these completions going on, because, you know, Pisces season is a very, very symbolic time. You know, this is the 12th house we're talking about here, Neptune, spirituality, subconscious energy, you know. So as far as Pisces season, guys, it's very spiritual. And I hope that you can feel that kind of energy in the videos. They are kind of long, so I wanted to kind of get my intro recorded so that I can get these uploaded for you guys. You know, it's just such a spiritual time. And as a Pisces, I can definitely feel the fact that we're literally standing in between an ending and a new beginning. And there's a certain cycle that is closing out, and there's a new cycle that is literally days away from starting. So as far as our intent, guys, as far as what we're manifesting, you know, it's all about thinking about the journey. So you want to think about last March and what all that you've been through, the journey that has taken place, you know, the challenges, the obstacles, what you've overcome, your success. You know, very important right now that we're thinking back on what has happened since March 17th, 2017, and what has happened from March, basically last year, because that's the astrological new year, you know, March 20th. So whatever happened from March 20th last year to now is everything that we should be embracing and reflecting on. What is it that you still have to do work on? What is it that you still could grow? Where are areas you could still grow? What have you accomplished? What have you succeeded in? So it's our successes, you know, and it's also the journey up ahead. You know, the journey up ahead has a lot to do with what hasn't been completed this cycle. So as far as these cycles and this energy and these moons and just everything that the 12th house represents, a lot of growth going on, you guys. And I know sometimes the 12th house can make us feel very pushed and pulled and just ripped into shreds, you know. This Pisces energy is collective. And it's this time of year when we really, really start to understand at an energetic level why Pisces is all zodiac signs, you know, all zodiac signs in one. And it's because all of us go through something in Pisces season. It's not just Aries or Taurus or Gemini, or it's not just ourself or our values. You know, Pisces represents the collective. Pisces season is a very emotional time. And it's when unresolved emotions come to the surface. So March could be filled with a lot of unresolved emotions, guys. It certainly has been for me. But the thing is we're headed into the last couple of days of Pisces season. So we made it through, guys. We made it through. And, you know, the end of March is always a little bit different. The energies pick up. Aries comes in and they're so strong. They're so powerful. They're all about self. They're all about the I am. So we take what we've learned about everything on this journey and then we apply it to the Aries first house of self. So this is a new journey, a new beginning for all of us. And, you know, anytime anything passes through the 12th house and into the first house, there's a rebirth that takes place. So the sun is about to be reborn. Our awareness is about to be reborn. You know, the fact that Venus, the way that we love the goddess, we're attracting new beginnings right now because Venus has already passed through that cusp of rebirth, which is starting today from March 17th to March 23rd. There's a very mixture of Pisces Aries energy, which is very steamy and passionate. It's water and fire. It's cardinal and mutable. It's the ram. It's the two different fish. So it's about taking that cycle and charging forward to a new one with that Aries energy. So the end of March, when we finish the third decan of Pisces and we enter the first decan of Aries, there's going to be a lot of passion that comes in. There's going to be a lot of fire. There's going to be a lot of heat. You know what I mean? We have these retrogrades and stuff like that. But we're one step closer to a new journey, you guys. There's so much ending and completing in different areas of our life. So I hope I did a good job in the videos kind of explaining that, and I hope what comes up in the videos is relatable and helpful, especially because I'm a Pisces and this is Pisces season. And the fact that Pisces kind of are at home in this energy, you know, Pisces everywhere, they kind of come out in Pisces season with poetry and stories and pictures and love and water and intuition. The fish come out to swim in Pisces season. Now, we're feeling very refreshed as Pisces because we've had our solar returns. By the way, happy birthday to any Pisces watching. Happy birthday to any Aries watching. And I just want to thank any new subscribers. I love you guys all my viewers. I try to connect with you guys so deeply. Shout out to all of you who have got personal readings with me so far. It's just been one hell of a journey. And I sit back and I think of how far I've come since last March, and it's just mind-blowing. It's so great, you know, to share this journey with you all. I've been doing this channel for almost a year now, and I don't regret it. I'm so happy I pushed myself last March to do this, because I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you guys. I wouldn't have such a handful of people. I have almost 800 followers, and to me that's just so humbling. It's not about the number, it's not about the money, it's about the message that I have to share. So I hope you enjoy the messages that I have that came up for you this month, and hopefully I'll be back talking to you next month. There's a lot of changes going on with me, guys, and you know, I could potentially find myself in a situation where it's not as easy to read tarot, if you know what I mean. And if that does happen, if that is on my path, you know, then I will do my best to still talk to you guys and still, you know, still make my guidance available to you, because I do appreciate connecting with you all. So I want to get this video uploaded. I didn't want my intro video to be too crazy. You know, it's very important to stay clear in Pisces season. It's very important to have everything kind of straightforward, because the energy in the universe, it has already been very hectic. It's already been very fluid and watery. So I wanted to really tap into my Capricorn rising and my Taurus moon this month. But of course, my Pisces creativity is definitely shining through also. So, alright guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I am going to have a timestamp below to fast forward the intro if any of you just, you know, don't want to continue watching the intro. So, I have all the love for you guys. I hope Pisces season has been so transforming. I hope Pisces season has been spiritual. I hope you have been emotionally awakened. And I hope the cycles that are ending for you end with grace and end with love, so that you can open a new door of reality and to start this new journey on the right foot. Alright guys, I guess I will see you in your next videos, okay? Bye. Hi Aries. Welcome to your March reading. And I'm just going to tell you that I felt the need to take a big drink of water in the beginning of your reading, and a even bigger deep breath. So I know that these videos are going to be rather deep. It is Pisces season, Aries. And you know, some of you Aries out there, share March with Pisces. March is the month for Pisces and Aries. So we have that in common. Happy birthday to any of the Aries watching who have solar returns this month. Happy birthday. My birthday is March 5th, so that was a while ago. Whew, another year around the sun. You know, I've upgraded all these cool things that happen under a solar return, and oh my goodness, I'm not sure how you guys feel about your birthdays, but they can be intense. And I feel better now than ever that I'm like, you know, now that the sun has crossed over me and is a little less you know, intense. Because when the sun's right on top of you, you know, the sun is the largest star in the solar system. So the light that it brings to everything in your life and around your life, and it highlights the year that you've been here, you know, because that's when the new year starts. For us as individuals, it's our birthday. That signifies when we've been on this earth for another year. You know, that's a full 365 days for us. So that's why the birthday is such an important day. So a lot of intense energy, Aries. I'm literally going to channel this month because that's what has to happen under these intense energies. You know, it is March 14th today. And, you know, that's really fucking close to Aries season, if I say so myself. I'm gonna put my charger in the wall because I don't really want any interference. You know, I've experienced a little bit of that with my Aries friends this month, and what do you know, it's probably because I don't know, maybe because Mercury's going retrograde in your guys' sign. Yeah, so yeah, I did want to talk a little bit about the astrology this month, especially to you, Aries, because we're coming up so closely to the time of, you know, the astrological new year, which Aries represents. It's the spring equinox on March 20th. That's when the true new year for all of us collectively starts, which is, you know, the sun traveling full circle around the zodiac. You know, we're in Pisces season. It's the 12th house. Now Aries, some of you may be born on the cusp of rebirth, which is, I believe, now don't quote me on this, but the cusp usually lasts for about a week or so. So it's like, I don't know, I would say March 17th to like March 26th or 7th. But I would say if you're born in March, then you share some of that Pisces energy anyways, you know. And then the April Aries are just Aries. They are Aries. And I just have to say really quickly here, just for a warning, I'm just going to let you know, this is literally a conversation that I just want to have with you, Aries. Because let's face it, energy is way too intense right now to like over-structurize anything, especially between you and I, because boy, do I feel your guys' energy, you know, with Venus moving in there and with Mercury being there. Oh my goodness, with the sun heading there, it's like all this Pisces energy is going to be like handing off the torch, literally handing off the torch to Aries. And the King of Cups and the Ace of Swords is underneath you guys. So, because I shuffled your cards before, we have the Emperor on both decks. We're going to be using two different decks, guys. And so your cards are very much shuffled. Under this card is the Ace of Wands. So wow, you have some aces underneath your sleeve, Aries. Of course you do. Perhaps you're ready to call some shots, Aries. Of course you are. So you've got that wand, I see. The same wand that's in that Emperor's hand. I see that it's literally backing you guys so hard. Oh my goodness. Man, do I feel your guys' energy. Like, you are feeling the passion building up. It may not feel like passion now, but Aries, it is. I mean, just take a look. There's some power you've got going on here, and there's some shots you're calling and some orders you're putting in to the universe, and maybe you ain't talking about it to anybody but the universe, which, oh my gosh, let me take a seat and just give you a hand or something, because man, I learned so much from Aries. And before I start your reading, I just wanted to literally personally give you guys a shout out. I did so on my Facebook. You know, I had to put a status like, man, Aries are the real deal. And I'm learning that more and more. You know, I've always thought that in my life. I'm a Pisces, you know, I'm the 12th house of Aries. So at a subconscious level, I love all Aries. Like, you know, Aries is like the evolved Pisces. Every zodiac sign that's in front of you is like the evolved, you know what I mean? So Pisces is essentially the evolved version of Aquarius. Well, Aries is an evolved Pisces. So you guys have the deep feelings that Pisces has. You even have the psychic ability that Pisces has. But, you know, since you're the first house of self and not the 12th house of sacrifice and spirituality, and subconscious sacrifice and spirituality is the 12th house, but you're the first house of self. So you take what the Pisces uses and you literally incorporate that in a very cardinal, like, passionate way. So a little bit of it gets a little bit, I don't know, transformed to ash. You know what I mean? On the way to Aries, anything that passes through Pisces and goes into Aries is reborn. That's why it's the cusp of rebirth. So, you know, the middle of those energies are really, really intense. I mean, there's this burning passion, water becoming fire, you know, it's just, oh my goodness. We are heading into very, very intense times. Very, very intense times. I mean, and I can see from your cards already that, wowza, you guys are packing a punch. You guys are thinking about some things. Okay, and I'm noticing here, wow, okay, because this is going to be very channeled. Now, I want you to take a look at the Aries and the Emperor. This is your ruling card. I shuffled until you were at the bottom of the deck. Well, look at his hands. Now, I'm going to let you guys, you know, I'm going to be a little bit mysterious with you. I know you guys aren't really mysterious, but take a look here. Really take a look at this Emperor, okay? Make sure you're noticing his feet and his hands and everything, okay? This is the Emperor card, right? Now, look at this Emperor. Is there anything that you see different about maybe the hands? So in this Emperor card, I noticed that he was holding this orb, right? And I've done research on these cards back in my earlier days of tarot, like a year ago actually. I actually began reading tarot in Aries season, so how about that? Very interesting. Didn't really think about that before, so this was something I was very passionate about from Jump Street. So anyway, one of the first things I learned about the Emperor card, well, of course, one of the first things I learned about the Aries card is that it's the Aries card, you know, and I learned a little bit about that. But one of the weirdest things I learned was this orb in his hand was the world. Isn't that interesting? Because, you know, we typically think of the world as this green and blue thing. It doesn't really look like Earth, right? Well, that's because it's not. It's the entire world. That's what you are the Emperor over Aries. I mean, you live in this like passionate realm. Do you see all the fire happening in this card? Literally. So the world takes the shape of this orange fiery ball. Maybe Mars? Mars is your guys' ruling planet. It looks kind of Mars-ish. So in one hand you hold this Mars-like world, you know, this action-packed world, this passionate, fiery, world on fire type of life, right? Yeah, sound familiar, Aries? And that the whole time you're just so wise. So wise, even though you're the first zodiac sign. Well, you have to be pretty fucking wise to start out a journey, don't you? And that's what Aries symbolizes, is the beginning of a journey. So I just felt that it was weird that I took a look at this card and there's no orb in this one. So perhaps there are two different sides of you, Aries, which Pisces understands so much. You know, we have this one fish swimming this way and the other swimming that way, which I tried to symbolize here with my little fish and Ariel here. So that's literally what Pisces feels like too. So I don't know if this energy, you know, Pisces is your 12th house, Aries. So all this energy, while everybody else is chilling out, and I mean everyone's getting it right now. Everybody's feeling this King of Cups, soaked in water, I'm drowning, help me, I'm not a fish energy. Even the fucking Pisces are feeling that way a little bit. So I know everybody else is feeling that way as well, to some degree. But Pisces is your 12th house, so there's no surprise that there's water sneaking up right beneath you, Aries. I mean, this was right underneath the Aries card. I literally had to pick up the card to see that there's a lot of emotion, you know what I mean? But when Aries feels emotion, oh please, they're going to feel it like this. See how your throne has not changed. See how that wand has not changed. The only thing that has changed is now your world is taking a little bit of more of an emotional standpoint. And I think that happens in Pisces season for you the most because it's your 12th house of subconscious. So it's more dreams and more fluidity, more water, more feelings, more sensitivity, more intuition. You know, it's a very psychic part of you, the Pisces energy, right? And then you all have Pisces somewhere different in your chart. And then we have these two aces on the table, okay? So there's a need to passionately speak your truth this month in March because these aces are not far behind you, Aries. I mean, you always have a trick up your sleeve. You always have an ace to pull. In this month, you're using a mental ace. You're using a passionate ace. This is a new journey intellectually and mentally. I mean, hello, it's your solar return. Your birthdays are here. It's Aries season. Aries change in the spring. That's your time, baby. Like, Aries are just something in the spring, and it's something good. Like, it is, the shots are being called. I just feel, it's sexy, to be honest. So there is a lot changing with you though, Aries. I see the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so a little pull here, a little pull there. I see happy home or some kind of marriage or a lot of relationships, but I am seeing, now we got to be real, you know what I mean? I am seeing that there is a little bit of mental, going on here. Possibly feeling a little mentally trapped right now, Aries. This might be beginning of March, middle of March. And we're going to get your real reading going here, but I feel led. I feel led to do this now. So there's a little bit of mental taking going on here. I talk about this with Aries often, or it comes up in certain videos sometimes, people getting mentally stolen from. That's what this card reminds me of, is mental theft. Like, you ever been stolen from physically? Well, think about that, but only replace whatever was physically stolen from you mentally. Like, being stolen from mentally or emotionally, it puts any kind of physical theft to shame. Like, fine, I can like replace this material shit, steal from me that way if you want, but don't steal from me emotionally or mentally. Like, that is literally cruel on an entirely different level. So, you know, there could be some of that going on, Aries. And oh, come on. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Well, you know, what I just thought there is that maybe this might be Mercury. It might be Mercury retrograde, because Mercury is going retrograde on the 22nd in your guys' first house, okay? So this is a lot about thinking mentally about things in the past. You know how that can be, Aries. It can feel a little bit mentally entrapping. But it's funny, I think the emotion that you learned throughout Pisces season is symbolized by this water down here. And the feet are one of the closest ways into a human's body. You know, the feet and the head. It's the parts that you need to keep warm, you know what I mean? It's access to the human body. So feet are very spiritual. Pisces rule the feet. This card is a woman who is not putting her feet in the water and her emotions otherwise. So she can't see. This blindfold is over her eyes. She can't move. She's bound. And then she's surrounded by all these thoughts, all these fucking thoughts. And, you know, home is behind her. She's away from whatever feels like home. This energy does not feel like home to you. So in March, you may feel that way a little bit. And you may even feel like someone's getting away with something mentally, or that it could be even just your thoughts. You know, it's interesting to think about how an Aries would feel this way. Someone taking something from you in a mental way. So if you've been feeling that way, then it's coming up here with the 7 of Swords and the 8 of Swords, which is literally numerology, going from the 7 to the 8. Okay, so literally numerology here going on, and it's mental. So there is some mental, like, upgrading going on here. Mercury going retrograde is literally going to mentally upgrade you. And then now I like seeing this. Okay, we're getting kind of far into the journey now, where you literally have a new journey. This is also an Aries card, the Fool, because it's 0, and 0 starts a beginning, right? It's like even a newer beginning than 1. 0 is so neutral. It's like anything can happen from here. I'm ready to jump. I'm ready to take a risk, and the sun is shining. The sun is in Aries at this time. You know, this is like kind of looking into your future when the sun moves into Aries. Literally, the sun moving into Aries is what these cards are saying. The sun moving into Aries. I mean, the energy, it may start to get a little bit all over the place. This is a fire energy. So as far as passion, I think you're going to really start, you know, your birthday is really going to bring a lot of this is a card where everyone's fiery, moving in different directions. Now, if you take a closer look, nobody's hitting each other, right? Nobody's quite hitting each other yet, but there's only so long that this can happen before someone busts a move. Just busts a move. And I like that song. Maybe we should listen to that song. Maybe that's what Aries season is gonna. Isn't that you want it? You got it. You want it, Aries, you got it. I don't even know if that's the same song, but I feel like after that, you got it, I feel like just bust a move. Yeah, like it's literally playing in my head right now. So Aries, if you want it, you got it. Especially mentally, okay? Especially when it comes to like any change or any battles that you've been fighting, Aries. I see this. I see that Aries have been low-key fighting battles with like people around you passionately. There could be some passionate pull and tug or whatever, and it's very mental, very, very mental. I'm seeing that too. Mercury retrograde, but it's okay because here comes the sun. Do-do-do-do. Okay, new journey coming up for you, Aries. And I just want to quit babbling to you and kind of, you know, get going and let spirit, because this is just Braylon. Like, I'm just like seeing your cards here, which I believe was seriously so important to show you, but I like to shuffle and let spirit choose. But there is some emotional communication on the table as well. Okay, with Mercury there, but we're going to get to the real story, okay? So we got both the Emperors back on the deck. And I'm not even sure if I finished my passionate thought, like at the beginning of that, but I just wanted to literally thank you for just being who you are, Aries, because I'm going to tell you, like, a lot of Aries have come in my life over the past few months, and literally, like, I just feel the passion from miles away. Like, I was so sad and possibly even near, like, metaphorical death, you know, a few months ago, and I was just coming to the wit's end of things. And a few Aries, like, I have a lot of Aries friends, you know, and just people who are, ironically, at least 3 solid people in my life that are Aries. And then I have this little boy that I watch that's an Aries, and he just lights my day up. And Aries just, you guys all just light my day up, no matter like how old you are or whatever. And I just want to thank you for that. And I'm honored to be so close to you on the zodiac wheel. Oh goodness. I don't know why the devil just wanted to pop out there, but that was weird. Like, I was literally just holding your cards and it was like, Murr. So let's see here what Spirit wanted to say, because this is a lot of cards here, but I'm just going to briefly take a look and see if there's anything that jumps out. That was strange. There could be a Capricorn for some of you. A new Capricorn coming in. If there's someone out there that's got a Capricorn, and I have a Capricorn rising, just saying. So it could be me. Sorry that we're represented by such a cray-cray card, but this is Capricorn, and I'm a Capricorn rising. So I'm seeing, oh shoot, it's 6 o'clock. So I'm seeing that there's a new love coming in for Aries. It could be a very grounded individual. You have to get past this. I'm so over seeing this as a negative card. Like, this card needs to come up sometimes. Some of you could be struggling with either people that have addictions or you have an addiction. There's addiction somewhere going on, and the love just coming down to heal you. Okay, your birthday is going to bring a lot of healing. And this is also a karmic situation. So some of you have like a karmic partner you're dating, someone who you literally know that you've known from a past life, which is, it hints the chains right here. I mean, this is Adam and Eve, okay? And Aries, you know, you're very godlike. So, you know, and this has everything to do with who you are, because Aries is still at the bottom of the deck, right? So there's some emotion here that you feel chained to with a person or with yourself. I'm not sure. And this is also subconscious. This is a subconscious card. So remember, I was telling you that Pisces is your 12th house. Well, that means Pisces is your subconscious. And this just means that there's a lot of water in your subconscious in March is all. And you feel very chained to it. These emotions are very karmic. But, you know, it's okay, Aries, because we have the 10 of Cups here, okay? And the feeling of working together with this harmonious emotion with a person. I see you here with people. Some of you are with people. Some of you aren't. Maybe some of you are, you know, starting to feel a little bit alone, not alone, if you know what I mean. You know, are you lonely or are you free? It's something that I've learned lately, you know what I mean? When I'm alone, I do not feel lonely. I feel freedom. And that just, it separates me from certain people who don't enjoy their own personal company. Aries, I hope you enjoy your own personal company, because you started this whole zodiac wheel off alone. You know, that's a whole month to just be an Aries alone. So I'm seeing that there's some emotional working together here, some teamwork, possibly you and the universe. But, you know, and I do see the 9 of Cups here. Some of you could even be walking away from some kind of wish. There is a full moon in Libra on March 31st, which is in your 7th house of relationships. So interesting. And we have another Capricorn coming up here, and we have Capricorn Cancer. Okay, the Judgment card. There's someone coming back from the past, Aries, for some of you. That's really going to conflict and confuse you, okay? Because the last card we have here is the 2 of Swords. So at the end of all those messages, you know, you feel mentally conflicted. There's some, like, there's a wish here for money that maybe someone walked away from. I'm seeing you walking away from something, walking away from material, walking away from, maybe you don't care anymore about money. Maybe Pisces season changed you, Aries, and, like, you're just like, I want a spiritual journey. I think a lot of you Aries, this is the spiritual Aries only. So if you consider yourself a spiritual Aries, then you've reached a point in your life where you're like walking away from certain wishes you used to have. Like maybe you used to wish for money, maybe you used to wish for materialistic things, and now you're like, nah man, Pisces season changed me, and I want love now. I want passion. I want creativity and just freedom and just feelings. I don't really care about the physical world anymore. So some of you have some kind of grounded spiritual wish coming up. There is some emotional confusion, but there's also victory throughout that confusion. There's maybe some of you are confused over a certain Cancer energy or a strong water energy. So we do have Capricorn on the table. Capricorn, Taurus. Capricorn, Capricorn, Cancer. And literally someone coming back from the past. Cusp of rebirth, okay? Cusp of rebirth, which is literally right here what you see. These people rising from their graves. Yeah, that's the Aries cusp of rebirth. Something ain't dead. This trumpet is being played. Someone's being awakened. It's like your emotions have been awakened. Someone has like lit the passion. This is a Pisces card, so I think some of you are with Pisces. Some of you have some kind of Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio coming back from the past to offer you a love cup. And it may confuse some of you, you know, all this emotion behind you in your 12th house. This is you, and this is Pisces season just coming in March, you know. So keep in mind that even though I'm recording this, you know, mid-March, I always record my videos mid-month. It doesn't matter because the story tells the whole month. It even tells a little bit of April, you know what I mean? So take what applies, Aries. But this is real special to me right here. New love from a Capricorn, healing when it comes to addiction, healing when it comes to karma, healing when it comes to subconscious emotion. Subconscious emotion is huge here. Being chained to certain emotional feelings. My computer needs to be plugged in at that part, so it's like some of you may be even drained if you want to look at that in a deeper way. Like, why would my computer literally need to be charged at that moment? So there's something very draining for you, Aries, and it could be a Capricorn that's draining you, or just karma that's been draining you. I'm not sure, but for others of you, this is a positive thing. This is like kind of gaining back power over a subconscious demon, which is aka addiction. And you can be addicted to lots of things. It ain't just drugs. You can be addicted to a person, place, thing, whatever. We all have our vices. But I see healing happening here and new emotional feelings coming in. And I just happened to look at the time, and I wanted these videos to be 30 minutes. Somebody laugh with me because it's not going to be 30 minutes. Like, I don't want these to be too long, but this feels so deep, and I'm like not going to time myself. Like, let's just talk, okay, Aries? So let's just keep going and see what comes up. So, I don't know, guys. Karmic emotions. Let's get into it, though. Let's get into your actual reading. Because I could just sit and talk and pick up on intuition so much with you all. So, what I'm going to do is give you a 12-card reading. I'm going to put 6 cards down, and then I'm going to validate those 6 cards, and then we're going to talk. Ooh, okay, so the 9 of Wands wanted to pop out, but it literally popped back in without even any help. So some of you are feeling secretly wounded, and you're not wanting to admit that, okay? And now we have the 6 of Swords popping out and popping back in. So some of you want to leave a wounded situation. Like, you're literally so over feeling like there's a fight coming. You're over feeling defensive and wounded and weak and down. Like, that is not the Aries way, okay? So there's something there, and that is a wand card, the 9 of Wands. So it's like passionate war. You know, you are ruled by Mars, the ruler, the planet of the god of war. So, okay, cards, let's hone in for Aries. This is Aries. Aries energy for March 2018, please. Aries collectively. Aries rising, sun, moon. Aries energy everywhere. What's it going through? Just 6 cards, please. Maybe one at a time if you can. But if you can't, fine. So the first 3 came out, which are interesting. We're going to keep going with this story, though, you know. So let's keep going. We have the 7 of Pentacles, the Magician, and the 5 of Pentacles. So I see already that there's some financial. We have the Ace of Wands coming out, of course, and the 2 of Swords in the middle. So you guys are feeling conflicted about something for sure. For sure. Mentally stalemated. Okay. So one more card, please, and then an underlying energy, please. Okay, definitely not one card, but we do have the Ace of Cups again, Aries. Okay, we do. This is a message for someone coming out, so that's okay. I'm very open to that. So there's some healing taking place in a very trying situation. We have these 5 of Cups here. And in the Five of Cups, there's someone who's really down and out. You know, this person obviously looks sad. This person is obviously focused on some spilt over situation. So there's emotions, a lot of emotion, Aries, that you're focusing on in March. And it could be emotions from the past that didn't work out. But I'm being led to tell you to make sure that you're paying attention to what you still emotionally have. It doesn't matter what is done and said, right? Because a cup can always be refilled, especially around this time of year. You know, spring is coming. We are all going to be like, we're all going to wake up soon, you know, just like we're a bit in hibernation or something, okay? And I love the spring, and there's this healing energy coming in for you, Aries. And you see, there's like this Page of Wands energy, which is a new passionate beginning. Like this is you and your new birthdays and your solar return and feeling good, feeling passionate, feeling great, you know what I mean? After some sort of healing experience. Like you guys are being healed right now. You're wounded and you're feeling down and out in March. But March is a month for healing for you. Because look what's coming is you with this wand. Like you're holding this wand. I mean, seriously, you are. There's like the Ace of Wands coming up for you nonstop. So Ace of Wands, this is literally the Ace of Fire. Like, what more could be for an Aries? Like, this is a wand on fire, and it's very passionate, okay? And you're thinking about your future. You're doing a lot of thinking, you know what I mean? You're turning your back on certain things that you're no longer passionate about, and you're focusing on your will. You're focusing on the manifestation. You're focusing on new creative endeavors. And you're focusing on your passionate future, you know? You're thinking about, and here's the world in your hand again. So remember, in the Emperor card, you have the world in your hand. So here the world is, it looks a little bit more like Earth now here. So you're thinking about your actual earthly life, okay, obviously, because we have your actual earthly life here as well. And then manifestation in the middle with the Magician. So this is also a manifestation in your world. So there's something you're manifesting about your actual physical environment, Aries. And there's also a lot of healing coming in. For any wounds, anything that makes you feel weak and wounded, it's being healed in March. Sometimes the universe causes us pain just so we can heal, you know what I mean? I know that sounds cruel, but it's actually quite magical because it's like it's like wounded transformation in a way, right? And I see here in the cards that you're feeling pretty wounded too. Some of you even feel wounded financially, you know? Because this card here is the poverty card, but we're going to see what that's all about. Just give me one more card, Spirit, please. Just one card so we can keep this really, because the energies are literally all over the place. They're so metaphorical right now, the energies, the dreams that we're having. Like, in Pisces season, shit gets cray-cray. Like, I know we're, like, reaching the third, we're, like, in the third last decade of Pisces right now. Only, like a little bit less than a week of Pisces season right now. So the energies are kind of calming. No, they're not calming. They're just calming in the ways of water because Aries is coming in. But you guys take all this, you know, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard sharing the month with Pisces, isn't it? Because it's like, what am I supposed to do with all this? Water, like, puts me out, dude. And things get so steamy. So I don't know. I stopped shuffling and the Eight of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. So fast passion coming in. This is Aries season coming in March. Very fast. And I know it's not super easy to share a month with Pisces because we do so much. Like, it's like this tidal wave that comes into our world February. Like, Aquarius might feel the same way. Literally. Like, Aquarius and Aries are what's it's what's in the middle. Pisces is in the middle of Aries and Aquarius. So Aquarius and Aries are kind of like what surrounds Pisces, you know? And I'm okay with that because I like both of y'all. Water and air. So it's like, I don't know. That's just a weird thing to realize there. And as far as March goes, like, I feel like there's just such a weirdness with energy. It's like such an emotional passion, but we're not used to being that emotional passionate all year. So, wow. So Knight of Pentacles comes out and you're on the bottom of the deck. So I fucking love that. And so that's definitely the underlying energy. And we have the King of Cups under you guys again. So there is so much emotion behind you guys. No secret, no secret. So let's clarify these and get going with your reading. And I hope you guys are like, I'm sorry, I'm just a Pisces. And like, it's Pisces season. So things. Like, oh my goodness. Ooh, alright. Ace of Pentacles on the Seven of Pentacles. So there's money here in Earth. But we're going to see what this means. Because Seeing is not believing in Pisces season. And you gotta wait to have the whole fucking picture, man. Okay, so let's see the Magician, please, Spirit. What is the Magician card here for? Clarify the Magician for me, please. It's magic, you know. Okay, two really gnarly, ugly ass cards came out for you guys. So I think that you've been feeling very, very stolen from and very, very like defeated, because this is the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords, literally my two least favorite cards. Like, no, like, so it's time to manifest something greater than these dumbass energies, because the Seven of Swords, let's break this down. The Seven of Swords is a guy or a girl or a person or an energy in your life that is doing something behind your back, sneaking into somewhere, you know what I mean, and thinking they're getting away with something, feeling this is just sneaky, lying, cheating behavior, Aries. And, you know, you're at the bottom of the deck, so you know this is going on low-key, and there is a little bit of light that comes in. It's like this card in my other deck, there's also a lot of light coming in. So it's like whatever's done in the dark will eventually see the light. Do you see how these swords, for some reason there's light being shown on it. The rest of the card is kind of shadowy and dark, but the swords are like highlighted. So swords represent mental energy. So I don't know if this is like an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. It doesn't have to be that. Some of you just mentally know that what's going on in the dark. You don't know, Aries, because you're just not, you know, you don't think that you're psychic, but you kind of are in a mental way. Like Aries, whatever you think, sometimes random thoughts pop into your head. Well, they're real and they're true, right? Because you're so passionate. So the universe communicates with you through your mind, and Mercury's in Aries right now. So yeah, Mercury ruling the mind and communication. You know, there's a lot here about communication as well. And you're very mentally conflicted. Excuse me. Now, I see some of you, this is even a worse card. This is the Seven of Swords. So, let's see here, hold on. No, this is the Five of Swords, sorry. So this is the Five of Swords, right? This is the Seven of Swords. But these cards are literally, they remind me of each other in any tarot deck because they look the same. It's like someone being stolen from, but just in a different way. In this card, at least somebody's winning, but they're winning in a very nasty way. Like, I'm telling you, there's something about being mentally taken from, and these cards came out when it comes to the Magician. And then there's like the Six of Pentacles, which is the need for balance. Okay, there's some kind of mental confusion going on with Aries this month, and it needs balance. But I need one card for each of these cards on the table so that I can have a solid validation. But that came out for the Magician, so you need to manifest yourself out of these situations and just know that you're the Magician in March, because this is your season, you know what I mean? Okay, so we have the Moon, which is Cancer, Pisces energy, and also the Libra full moon. So you need to like literally spiritually manifest right now. We'll get to that card in a minute. I love that card. It's the Pisces card. So I am not surprised that Pisces came up for your reading. Not at all. Because like I was saying, Pisces and Aries share March as birthday month. So the sun belongs to, well, it doesn't belong to us, but you know, the sun is actually exalted in Aries. So what that means is that it's beautiful, you know, it's beautiful in your sign. I think Venus is exalted in Pisces, so that's weird that Venus is in Aries, which is exalted in Pisces, and the sun is exalted in Aries, which is in Pisces right now. I'm not sure if that just made sense at all. Eight of Cups trying to come out, so there's some walking away from some kind of left out in the cold feeling. So show me the Five of Pence. Show me the Five of Pentacles. I've been watching this new lady on YouTube, and she calls them Pence. Oh, I don't know her name. I'm gonna have to find it. I think it's called A Mystical Moment, but I don't even know her zodiac sign. It'd be funny if she was an Aries, but she's a New Yorker. So she says car keys. The cards are telling me everything. The cards. There's no new start. There's not a new start here. I love her voice. Okay, I need to be quiet because there's messages coming out about everything else. So here we have this devil on the bottom of the deck again, but the devil is a lot kinder looking in this picture, but equally as sad, and there's some things being left behind. So you do feel karmically left out in the cold or something, Aries. And then we have the Ten of Swords and the Three of Cups. So, all right, there is some very sneaky energy going on, but this is the ending of to certain mental pain. You know what I mean? This is like literally like, I'm done. I cannot handle any more pain. There's a sharpness, there's a cutting going on. Like, this lady has no choice but to lay there and heal, because all these swords have cut into her, and she's like healing on this bed, but the light is shining on her, and she's not dead, you guys. She's not dead. And we have the Judgment card. Okay, you're the cusp of rebirth. This is the rebirth right now. Okay, so you need to, this feeling of being left out in the cold, it's going to be reborn. And then we have this Three of Cups energy. Okay, so the Three of Cups is like a third party situation coming to an end. Because you see how these, it's interesting, this depiction of the Three of Cups, because these two ladies are like, hell yeah, cheers, baby. And she's like, yeah, bitches, I'm just totally lying about something. My cup's not going to get cheers because I'm a fraud. Like, so I don't know. I think you were emotionally left out in the cold, and now you don't want to put, like, raise your glass to like a, you know, you're not following what everyone else is doing in March, because you're like, I'm going to keep my emotions to myself because I don't want to feel like this anymore. Like, I cannot go into my birthday month feeling like this. Bitch, please. So, I don't know if that's a karmic relationship or something, but it all has to do, I believe, with this Five of Pentacles, or maybe that was just something someone needed to hear. I do see that there's a slow-moving energy in March, that it's just too slow for you, Aries. You're like, come on, dude, like... Okay, Five of Swords again. Five of Swords on the Five of Pentacles. So 5, 5. Okay, show me this Ace. Show me this Ace of Wands for Aries. We have the Tower. Okay, Ty, what's going on with you, man? Come on in here, Chihuahua. What's going on? You're making me think there's spirits or something. Show me, and there is spirits, but show me the Two of Swords. Okay, we have the Strength. Victory with a Taurus, victory with some kind of relationship or marriage, victory with, I don't know, spirit, and then we have the Strength card, which shows this wounded wolf. Okay, so you are healing, Aries. There's like this new love coming into your life, possibly like a victorious marriage or something. And I think that's conflicting you, but let's get one card, please. Thank you for laying down, little baby. Yeah. Oh my goodness, he's cute. My little Chihuahua. He usually barks and stuff in videos, but he's being a good boy today, aren't you? Yeah, you're being a good boy. Thank you. Show me the Two of Swords. Thank you. So we have the Four of Swords, so resting, mental relaxation, Aries. I know Mercury is used to being so gung-ho in Aries, but, and then we have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck with this Three of Cups again, and the Eight of Swords. So there's a mentally trapped feeling with some kind of multiple feelings, like you're just feeling like, okay, let's do this, actually I'm going to hold out a little bit. You know, and this is all happening inside your mind. This is like a mental show going on here for you. And the universe is just like, Aries, slow down and meditate. Meditate next to the candles, Aries. Light the candle. I'm seeing a lot of candles for you, Aries. Like, and I'm going to show you this in a minute, but literally candles. So you need to relax and literally light a candle. Like, I'm not sure if you can tell, but there's a candle back here lit. It's not dark out yet, so you can't see it, but I do have a candle lit. And I think that it would serve you very well to just light some candles, maybe even in a bath, or just meditate. A lot of meditation, spiritual meditation coming up for Aries now. Spirit. This is the last card for Aries. So let's get this Knight of Pentacles. What is moving slow for Aries? What's moving too slow for Aries this month? Okay. Wow, that card is, I don't even know, y'all couldn't even see that, but man, that card just did like a 60. But it did like a weird movement, and it fell on the ground like this. And I don't like doing reversals, but I know when cards are meant to be reversed. And it's that Seven of Swords again. Like, literally that Five of Swords and that Seven of Swords showed up again. So there's something going on, mentally stealing, mentally feeling left out in the cold. And the bottom of the deck is the Empress. So we literally have the Emperor and the Empress as an underlying energy. Like, not sure if you guys realize this, but this is a freaking couple. Like, one deck has the Emperor and one deck has the Empress. So how beautiful is that? This Empress is actually pregnant. So I know the Empress is like Venus. It's a Venus card. It's a female emperor, right? So there's a union. Some of you guys some of you have stepped into your power in March to become this emperor, and you're really trying to call in this empress. Like, look at how beautiful these people are together. They're in love. This is like an energetically wise, not physical wise. They're just literally meant to be. And some of you could even like have a baby coming. Like, you could either be the mother or the father, the baby daddy or the baby mama. But I don't know, an emperor might have got an empress pregnant or something. But there's a new beginning, because this empress has a little bunny down there. So I know in tarot, this bunny, it represents new beginnings. So you might not be giving birth to a child, but you're giving birth to a new you. You're giving birth to a new relationship or something. There's something being born in March for Aries, and you know, it's something very magical, and it's something passionate. So let's get going here. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, and here's your 12 cards, right? I did it like that because Pisces is the 12th house. So I don't know, in Aries season, I guess everybody just gets one card. Because I try to keep it like a theme like that. But no, there's 12 here, and this is a 12 reading. I don't know why I wanted to do it like that. Just keeping a theme, I guess. So, all right. 7 of Pentacles is talking about, well, this man, you know, he's had this garden, right? It's a metaphor. This man, and it wasn't always like this. It wasn't always like this. He put in a lot of work. Like, this is work he's done for all harvest season, all fucking year. He's like, these little seeds, he bought the seeds. He planted the seeds. He watered the seeds. He cut weeds down. He made sure there wasn't any animals or insects messing with his garden. This is a very important metaphorical garden. Aries, you have been taking care of nature. You have been taking care of, you know, the world around you. You have been taking care of your metaphorical garden, your mental garden, your passionate garden, passionate, grounded garden. For some of you, this is a financial garden. You know what I mean? I can't really stray from that, because there's two pentacle cards here. And this is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is like a universal coin. Like, the universe is like, here, Aries, I'll help you with your garden. You know, so you were really focused on what it is that your work and your hard work and what you did, some sort of financial situation here where you put in a lot of work, and so the universe rewarded you in March. Like, I don't know what's going on with your finances, Aries, but you know, I can't ignore that this is a very real thing happening with you. I don't know if money's looking good, and it could be in March, because I see this Ace of Pentacles, and you just doing your own work. Like, leave it to Aries to receive the Ace of Pentacles and still work like they're poor. Like, you guys just work so hard, and it's not about the work, it's about you being passionate. Like, it comes with you being passionate. The fact that you're so passionate, like, you're just hard workers, and it ain't no thing to you. You're like, so what? It ain't for the money. I'm just literally getting to work out here. Like, I'm literally just doing something with my time, you know. Aries, like, you're the emperor, so you like to be the boss, you know. You're like, so I don't know how you guys are about money and stuff like that, but I see that there's some of you out there who've worked really hard for a really long time to reap your reward. And it's like the universe gives it to you, you know what I mean? Like, so don't worry about just these. He's like very much looking at, okay, so what has grown? What hasn't grown? What are duds? Like, have all these pentacles grown? Okay, there's 7 pentacles here. I guess I'll pick every one of them up. Like, this is this is what this garden is worth to me. This is what has come to fruition. And as far as everything else, he's just like, okay, like, it's literally realizing what's gold to you and what's not. Like, what's gold to you, Aries? And the universe is coming in March, helping with that, okay? So I wouldn't get too overwhelmed with finances or anything, because the universe has your back, right? It's your birthday. So there's something very real in your life, Aries, that the universe is coming in and giving even more value to. So now we have the Magician, and this is a very weird, cool energy, okay? The Magician with the moon, okay? Now we have an Aries new moon next month, but this month we have a full moon in your 7th house. The Virgo full moon on the 1st could have, okay, yes, that was in your 6th house of self, and that was in your, I'm sorry, excuse me, no. That was in your 6th house of lifestyle. That's the Virgo house, okay? So you did have a full moon in your 6th house on the very 1st of this month, and then you have a full moon in your 7th house. See how that works? Next month you'll have a full moon in your 8th house, and then you have a full moon in your 9th house, because it just moves, you know what I mean? The moon just travels. So the moon is coming up here as a Pisces, as a Cancer, as your feelings, as something hidden. Okay, so there's a hidden magic thing happening here with you, Aries. There's a hidden power. There's a hidden manifestation. You're like manifesting something at a subconscious level right now with all this Pisces energy, literally. Now, I like this Pisces card because it's different. It's different. The moon card is different in this deck, and it's beautiful. You know, there's this reflection of you that you see, Aries. The moon is very reflective. This is a water energy, so water reflects. So there's a version of yourself that you're touching from the past. You know, this is you being reborn. This is two different sides of you. Like this side looks, this is the sad reflection, like an older reflection of you, a reflection of you that you're leaving behind, the emotional part of you. And look at what's going on here in this kind of portal. She's like touching the mirror. I'm not sure if some of you need to like look yourself in the mirror and realize something that the moon can reveal to you. Like something about who you are, Aries, is being revealed to you through your reflection this month in March. And it's very beautiful, but it has a sad feeling a little bit to it. You could be feeling a little bit emotional about the sides of yourself that you're seeing. But don't underestimate this little flame of a candle right here, because this candle is lit. You are the fire. You're the fire element. So this candle is lit here to just remind you that there is an emotional passion. This can be sensual. It doesn't have to be sad or depressing. It's passionate, okay? Because this woman is kind of tapping into a part of herself that obviously matters in March, okay? We had a Jupiter retrograde. Jupiter's retrograde for the next 4 months. So there may be a side of you, you know, that, and this is happening in your 8th house, which is Jupiter's retrograde in your 8th house. So you need to watch my video about that, Aries. I have a whole video about the 8th house retrograde for Aries going on right now. Jupiter is going to expand what you think, you know, who you are. It's going to expand something hidden about you, and there could be this hidden thing about you right now, you know, and it's coming out with the Magician because there's also hidden power. All right, and this might be a little bit of what is going on with the mental confliction, but I see that the moon is going to be quite magical for you. Okay, a lot of different things coming out here, so whatever applies to any of you, I'm just saying anything that I hear. And I literally think that this means that the moon is going to be a time for you to manifest. So the moon in Virgo was a time for you to manifest health, manifest a different lifestyle for yourself. And the moon in Libra is time for you to manifest love into your life because it's your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. So the full moon, I'm going to come live about that. I'm going to have a video about the new moon and the full moon. So we have a new moon in your 12th house. So this could be, you know, new beginnings. You need to be planting seeds. So interesting. This is the Pisces energy too. The new moon is happening on the 17th, on St. Patrick's Day. And it's going to happen in your 12th house of subconscious. So these might be the seeds. It's interesting that I was talking about a garden, because every new moon is a chance to plant a seed, right? So it doesn't really matter. It's important for you to realize what has and hasn't worked out, Aries. But as far as, you know, anything that hasn't worked out, well, there's this new seed coming in that you can plant on the 17th and just reflect on what it is that you want. So this might be the new moon in Pisces, or because when the moon card comes up, I always want to talk about what the moon is doing to this sign. So new moon on the 17th in your 12th house, full moon on the 1st that already happened in your 6th house of health, and full moon again on the 31st in your 7th house of relationships. So this moon, you literally need to manifest under this moon. Under all these moons, you need to spend time in reflection and in time in your power of manifestation. Because let's face it, Aries, you literally have the Ace of Wands. Like, you can manifest anything you want right now. So the next card we have is this 5 of Pentacles, which is talking about any time in March that you felt left out in the cold. Any time in March that you felt depressed or sad or wounded or hurt, or just, you know, this card is literally, it talks about people finding sanctuary to heal and feeling a very wounded version of yourself, you know, which is not ever easy for Aries. You know, it's never easy for Aries to feel wounded. And I mean, literally, this guy is on crutches, you know what I mean? Like, he is hurting. And this other, this is like, you could be with someone. There's like this essence here. Some of you have someone that you want to be with, but it's like, I see you alone as well. Like, some of you are that person that you're with right now. I know a lot of Aries are single and they fucking hate it because they're like, all right, I'm over it. I'm so fucking passionate and I want to find someone who can handle all this fire. I ain't got no more time to play. Like, I ain't got no time for this games, you know what I mean? Like, you feel your power but you want to share it with someone. You want it to matter and mean something to not only you but others. So some of you are manifesting a relationship this month, because I literally keep, like, I see you with someone else, but then that person leaves or something. Because, like, I literally don't know. I think it's half and half. Like, some of you are with someone else, some of you are alone, some of you are with someone who you feel alone with, so it doesn't even fucking matter. Like, there's a weird energy going on like that, Aries, right now. So yeah, left out in the cold because of this gnarly Five of Swords energy. And this is someone who's taken from you mentally again. So you feel mentally left out in the cold. And, you know, this could also be you finally fighting back in a sinister way, like towards whatever's making you feel this way. Job, people, place, thing, whatever. So I don't know if this is you or if this is you. But if this is you, then you just decided, fuck it, I'm taking my mental power. Mercury came into Aries like, pew, pew. You're not going to fuck with me. So this might be some of you really gaining your mental power back at all costs. Like, I don't care who I have to hurt. These swords belong to me. My mind belongs to me. Now, on the other hand, because, come on now, this kind of situation can do that to a person. Like, don't feel bad, Aries. Like, take your power back. But if this is you, then someone is in your life that is embodying that energy. And, you know, this retrograde could bring these people back into your life. Be careful. Be careful going back to energies that make you feel left out in the cold and not understood and mentally manipulated. Because you don't need to be standing over here in the corner on your birthday month. Like, no. No, you don't need to be out in the cold. Winter's over, hun. Like, winter is over. This card has snow in it. So winter's over. And it's, like, gonna be spring. So, I don't know, Aries. I just feel like there's a lot going on in March to where you're so passionate that you're, like, Pisces season, and this subconscious energy for you, this moon energy, is literally showing you things about your health, showing you things about your subconscious, showing you things about your emotions, showing you things about your mental. Like, you've learned it all this month. You've learned it all. So we have the Tower, okay? But first we have the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is a new passionate beginning. This is all the fire for you, right? This is the universe handing Aries this wand right here that's in your hand here. The passion that you can manifest into your very world of magic and of love and just abundance and just fire, like warmth and just creativity. This is a new beginning because it's an ace, right? So this is the perfect wand for you. It really is, Aries, and it's coming right out of the sky from the universe in March. So this is you in March. This is whenever, it might have happened at all times. This could have happened on March 2nd for some of you. This could have happened on March 29th for some of you. But this is happening in March at different times, whenever you guys are ready. Whenever you're ready to grab, because you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So it's like grounded passion, finally coming back to your own. Like, that's what happens when the sun comes back into your sign. It's like your time. And that's why there's a lot of Aries energy. Like, you're at the bottom of the deck again, and then Empress. So the feminine side of you is good. Well, ready to start a new journey, I should say. And then the masculine side of you is ready to start a new journey. You've got this ace. You've got this wand. You know, creating financial stability, creating the reality that you want. Okay, but it's interesting that this Ace of Wands is coming out with the Tower, because you guys could feel like your passion is just coming down. The Tower is very interestingly depicted in this deck, okay? And it's like, man, these emotions, like, this card is filled with rain, right? This is rain, and someone's, like, literally, like, has fell out of this tower, and she's, like, down. So, like, something crumbled down in March. You could have felt like, you know, your passion crumbled down, or this could be feelings from the past. Like, maybe in March you're not going through this, but you've went through this at some point in your life, and you really felt down and out. Like, you had to resort to your emotional. This could be Pisces season for some of you. Like, this woman's hand is, like, in the water. So she's like, okay, like, I just need water. Like, it's, you know what I mean? It's like a defeated feeling in a way. So I'm not sure what this Tower is doing here with this Ace of Wands, but, you know, your power is not falling down, Aries. Your power is being built up. Okay, and March is, you know, it's interesting, all these feelings that come up in March, because they're just illusions so that we can start a new journey. So maybe your passion fell down temporarily so that it could be rebuilt as something way more solid, right? Like something way more solid and real, so that you could feel more in control, because Aries they're good at controlling situations, okay? And because of all this going on, a lot of mental energy. We have this Two of Swords. So I know you feel conflicted. That's a Pisces influence. Like you feel maybe more than two different emotions right now. Like you don't know if you want to go left or right or up and down, or if you want to do this, if you want to do that. And the thing with the Two of Swords is that both options are really good. And that's why you're so conflicted, because it's like there's not a better option. Either way is equally as good for you, so you literally don't know what to choose. So I think maybe the universe comes in. The Tower can be a very good thing, and let's not ignore this like little dog or cat over here. I think it's a cat. Yeah, it's a cat. So interesting. I had a dream about a cat last night, and maybe it's because it resonates with you, Aries. Like, cats represent feminine energy. So we got some rabbits here and some cats and a horse. So I don't know if any of those animals represent anything for you guys, but this is your feminine energy, and it's time to get in touch with your feminine energy, even you male Aries, because we have the Empress over here, okay? Because there is a new passionate start happening. Like this Page of Wands underneath this Empress is literally like there's a lot of new passion, a new creative endeavor coming for you in March and in April. Your birthday, Aries season, it's going to be lit. But March is a time for you to rest, Aries. So much so. Your subconscious needs to rest, okay? It's Pisces season. That's your subconscious. It needs to rest. You need to rest. Come here. And this is a meditation card, okay? This is literally a card where someone is literally just doing something peaceful for themselves. So a spa, a massage, a bath, a walk, writing poetry, whatever makes you feel like that woo-sa, like meditative state. Like some of you just like to be out in nature. I see the trees are back here. So this woman's like in some kind of condo or something, and she's just literally meditating, and her mind is just apart from her body. Like seriously, that is why the Four of Swords is under the moon, because subconsciously you guys literally need to take a rest mentally, because I mean, who wouldn't? You know, whatever you're confused about, Aries, just hold on, because nature is going to serve its course with this situation. You know, maybe it's, you don't really have to do anything about it. I know you're not used to not doing something because you're an Aries and you're an Emperor, but what I'm seeing here is this situation is taken care of. Like this person who keeps taking from you, taken care of. Lack of finances, taken care of. Subconscious, taken care of. Mental, taken care of. This Tower, it's taken care of. It fell down. It fell down on purpose, Aries, because there's something better coming for you, is what the universe is saying. And I see at the end of the month, you guys do take this sword energy and you flip it upside down, like, excuse me, once you realize these people in your life, this Seven of Swords energy, this Five of Swords energy, it may do you good to look up Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, because there may be a message there, and it may explain a situation that you literally know. But as far as me as a tarot reader, I see that there's just mental theft. Somebody is stealing from you mentally, and I've told this to an Aries before. So it's like, yeah, you're not going to take from an Aries physically. You ain't taking from me financially right now. I'm good. You ain't taking from me passionately, because the universe is already handling that. So with Mercury in Aries, Mercury is literally reborn. All of our minds have been reborn because of this Mercury entering Aries. And you take your power back at the end of the month. Whatever was done. Remember I told you, whatever is done. Ooh, shit. Wow. Okay. Whew. Well, I just felt some energy there. These people are really, really gnarly. And it's like, I don't like what I just felt then. So it's a challenge, Aries, and whatever's done in the light is going to be brought to the surface, because you literally flipped this situation upside down. So nobody's stealing from you anymore behind your back. Now it's out in the open. Now this comes out with the Knight of Pentacles. So it's a very slow moving energy, but at the end of March, mark my words, at the end of March, you're going to feel a turnaround on this situation. You're going to see a turnaround in your finances. You're going to see a turnaround in your job or in some kind of real ground, because this is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, okay? So whatever that energy might mean to you, something that you see every day, something that you can feel, literally something of value to you, you know, it's no longer going to be stolen from you, Aries, because there's a very slow, yes, this is the slowest moving night, but every night comes with action. So I know that I was telling you that it's not time to do anything yet, Aries. Well, because there's very slow movement. Pisces season happens very slow with divine timing. Water does not like to rush, okay? Because there's important things happening in March. There's things falling apart. The universe is coming in, changing some things for you. whether you like it or not, because there's passion that needs to take place. This garden, there's some seeds that needs to be planted. There's some reflection that needs to happen. There's some magic that's taking place. Mental confliction, yes, but only to sit your ass down. I was going to say, sit your ass down for a little bit so that you're forced to meditate. The only way to do that for an Aries is to confuse them temporarily. So then they'll reflect and they'll meditate. Yes, there's some energies here that need addressed within you and with others that are making you feel left out in the cold. But at the end of the month, there's this slow transition that takes place to where bad situations are looked at in a different way, and there's no longer anything being taken from you mentally. Now, there is a lot of emotion here, Aries. You know, I know that you're feeling like you need to protect your throne right now, and the passionate side of you is trying to remain on fire, and the emotional side of you, that emotional 12th house Pisces that you all have, some of you can even have strong water energy in your chart, but just stay on your throne because you're coming up here as the King of Cups and the Emperor. So you are the Emperor of your emotions, Aries. You're the Emperor of healing. You're the Emperor of spirituality because you're the Emperor of all things. This is your emotional world. This is your passionate emotional world. And so you need to stand your ground because there's a lot coming in for Aries. And, you know, I don't know what these people are doing in your life, but they need to go because there's too much beauty. There's too much beauty for you to allow anybody to emotionally confuse you right now. Like, whatever is emotionally confusing you, you know, you really need to come in as this Emperor, okay, and start calling the shots. We have the Empress on this side of the deck. So this is beautiful. There's something being born here. There's something you're creating here. And I was right. It is love because we have the Two of Cups now and the Six of Pentacles. So there's some kind of realistic, balanced, emotional union. Like, if I'm a bird, you're a bird type of relationship. Like, yeah, I'll be a bird. I'll be a bird for you. Let's fly. And it's pure and it's emotional and it's great. You guys are like on a picnic and you do cute things together and it's just cute. So there's love coming in. That 7th house moon, oh my God, just wait on it. Just wait on that 7th house full moon. On March 31st is that 7th house full moon for you, Aries. And it's going to make you feel like the Empress. It's going to make you feel like the Emperor of your own world. Whatever one you identify with more, we have both on the table here for you. So there's no way that you're not going to, you have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and 2 Emperor cards. So there's power in every corner right now for you, Aries, and it's just about tapping into that. No matter if you're alone or if you're with someone else, because there's some kind of emotional exchange happening in March for you. And these are 2, I'm sorry, no, I didn't mean to pick that card, but these 2 here. This is literally something that you're giving birth to. Like, I don't know if some of you paint or if some of you are artists, but there's something being born. There's a new version of you being born. I mean, you're just being enlightened. And as far as this woman being pregnant, yes, some of you could have babies on the way or find out about a pregnancy in March. But I feel that this is a metaphorical pregnancy for some of you, Aries. Like, for some of you, it's just the birth of a new project that you're starting. Because we have this wand glowing down here. So there's the Ace of Wand. That wand is on glowing now at the end of March. So it doesn't matter what fell apart passionately in March for you, because this wand is going to be glowing and on fire by the end of March. Because, come on now, how can you resist the sun in Aries? I sure can't. So, yeah, guys, that is your reading for March. It's really lovely sitting down and talking to you guys this month. I was almost afraid to like speak to everybody this month, but it's time to get these readings out. Hopefully they'll be uploaded by like the 15th or the 16th. I literally cannot wait until the new moon. Like, and what I mean by that is like I always have to have my videos uploaded by the new moon. It's just like a thing with me, especially because this is a Pisces new moon. So just keep a lookout for all my videos. I have new Jupiter videos up. I'm going to try to get some other extra videos up in March that are just fun and creative because I'm feeling it too, Aries. And yeah, so thanks for watching my video. Hopefully it was relatable. Please feel free to comment below your experiences. I love talking to you guys. I love feedback, and everything that you could possibly need is in my description box below. So, alright, happy birthday, you guys, and happy solar returns. Love you so much with all the passion in my watery hearts, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye, Aries.